All right, so today we're gonna be beginning one of my favorite builds yet. This blue is pretty much a match to a Mr. Softie truck, as you might have seen in the thumbnail. So the idea is to replicate a Mr. Softie truck, which is like a staple, iconic New York ice cream truck, actually maybe all over the country, I'm not too sure, into a Banshee. So this is the truck, and the bottom of the truck is blue. So that would be the frame, the swing arm, the A-arms, the rims, which I have right here. And then the top of the truck is gonna be white, which would be the plastic. And I had the graphics kind of switched around into my own liking. We switched it up from Mr. Softie to Bonzi Garage. At the top of the truck, it says the very best, and we swapped that out to New York's finest machinery. On the back of the truck, it says watch for our children. Obviously, you know, when you're riding these things in the street, the biggest thing is watch out for the police. So watch out for the police instead of slow. Move. On the truck, it says Sundays, shakes, and cones at the bottom. We wrote outside, never inside. And then the Mr. Softie logo itself is a guy, well, like a little cartoon of an ice cream cone head. And we switched that to a piston with the flames on top. And then he's got the Bonzi Garage on the little bow there, and then Bonzi Garage underneath. This is gonna be one of the fucking sickest builds. Now, every set of rims, I normally just put like the staple BG logo. Instead, with this one, I'm gonna be using this ice cream logo all over the machine. And I have a set of plastics. I haven't actually got these graphics made. My graphics guy is pretty good. He's the same person that did Toyota Supra graphics, and he does all the replica graphics as well. Just this alone, the graphic design cost me about $400. So that's not even printing them out on the stickers yet. I think I bought the roller for about $2,100 shipped to me. Then powder coat, which was like almost like another $2,000. So I don't know where we're at, but it's somewhere around $5,000, and we haven't even got started buying parts yet or putting anything together. So everything adds up really quick. This one's gonna be probably the most expensive giveaway that I've done yet. I don't have a motor yet. I gotta buy one. What happens when you buy a used motor? Chances are a lot of shit is not savable. So I'll probably just end up using like the transmission and a couple other little parts. This is gonna be like the first like really bright Banshee that I've done. So I'm excited. A lot of blue parts. You see the rims right here, the frame, and then pretty much all the other main components, which I have over here. We're gonna get a head start now, start working on this thing, start putting together whatever I have here.
Rap niggas get all up in your guts. French vanilla, butter, pecan, chocolate deluxe. Even caramel sundaes is getting touched and scooped in my ice cream truck. Who tears it up?
Yo, honey dip, summertime, fine jury dripping. Seen you on pickings with a bunch of chickens, how you clicking? I kept shooting strong notes as we got close. She rock rope, honey throat smelling like impulse. Your whole shell, baby's wicked like Nimrod. Caught me like a fresh with a straw, or may I not be God? Attitude is very rude, boo. Crabby like seafood, it turns me on like Bonzi, you'll all rule. They call me Starkey Love Hunt, check the strategy by any means. Shirley Temple Cross was done by Billie Jeans. Like Mrs. America, your name is Erica, right? True. Lazy apple, small piece, 6 shoe. Caramel complexion, breath smelling like cinnamon. Excuse me, hun, the dog me no harm. Turn around again, goddamn, backyard's banging like a Benzie. If I was Jiggy, you'd be spotted like Spud McKenzie. I'm high-powered, put a Dina Howard to sleep, you're parting. That bitch been on my mind all week, but back to you, Maybelline Queen, let's make a team. You can have anything in this world.
So a couple of days ago when we were putting this thing together for the first time, and we're just like looking at it, we noticed that the axle was like sagging down really hard on the right side, and you could tell that the swing arm was bent. So I got another one powder coated, and we're swapping this out now. Really, really annoying that this situation happened, because now I got to swap out all the bearings, the brand new bearings, and I want to reuse them. It's like hard to tell. So that's probably why I didn't even fucking notice it to begin with. But once it's on the bike, I mean, this thing was so fucking wacky. Good thing we noticed it now before like any of the motor or anything is on, because then it just would have made it that much fucking more annoying. The shock too. We got to take the bearings that are in there out and put them in this one. Every single video, I always say that every single Banshee has its own problems. Every single one of them. These things are so fucking old and been abused and been through fucking 30 different owners. It's inevitable. You know, you're gonna have a problem somewhere. It's always different.
Down.
For this build, I came across, I don't even want to say a cheap set of T5s, but a good priced set of T5s that were local. This is how the T5s pretty much come from the factory. Obviously, these are a little dull because they've been on a bike they've been used before, but this right here is the Bonzi Garage treatment. Going from this dull finish to something like this, and then we put the aluminum Bonzi Garage sticker on there. They're not brand new, but this is the cleanest set that I could find locally. It's been a while since we used a set of Tumis, and I felt like it needed to be on this staple build, which is almost done. We've had this sitting as a roller for probably like 2 weeks. We've had these rear plastics, so kind of got ahead of myself. I just wanted to see the graphics on the plastics and kind of get an idea of what it was gonna look like. Before I actually got these printed, I mocked it up on the computer. It worked out perfect. Like how I envisioned it, brought it to real life. I got to put this seat cover on, and then we got these eye covers as well. That is going to look sick on the set of brand new headlights. So the housings were painted, got brand new lenses behind there and brand new covers. These are OEM headlights. So I have the front fenders, I have the gas tank, the rad. We're going to put those together. The only thing that has been holding me back from finishing this build is the motor, which I ended up buying half of a motor the other night because people over here, they want crazy numbers for motors. I'm literally buying bikes for the price that they're asking for motors. So I found somebody that had half a motor. I was able to get it for a decent price, and I took it apart the other night. It's getting vapor honed right now. Once this thing is complete, we're gonna do a whole promo with it, but I'm hyped. I laser engraved a bunch of parts last night. This is the stator side cover. We're using a billet cover. I powder coated this satin black and then laser engraved the Mr. Softie Bonzi Garage logo on there. And then for the circle center insert, I did a Yamaha Mr. Softie, text. That tasteful, made in New York on the bottom. So this is gonna look sick. It's gonna look real nice. So we got 64.75 Wiseco pistons going inside of this motor. We got new crankshaft, cylinders obviously bored and honed. The original stock head is super clean, so I'm gonna be using that. Whatever we have here left to assemble, we're doing right now. Hopefully, within the next couple of days, it's Thursday now, we'll be able to get this thing done. When I first started doing the Bonzi Garage, I think I would buy pipes that were so fucked up on purpose so I could see if I could fix them. And I learned really quick that you will spend hours in front of a machine nearly blinding yourself with compound. It's just not worth it. Just buy brand new exhaust. If you're on a budget, you just got to make sure you don't buy anything that is super corroded and rusted, because you will waste your time polishing, because chances are it's probably got some fucking pinholes somewhere. God damn, after a nice handy dandy, tell me that shit don't.
You do your first bit of dirt to get your name known. You never talk too much to get your spot blown. Now you're no longer just a face in the crowd. You're getting so much respect that niggas might as well bow. And moving up with your hustle like you planned it. Raking dough like the world's greatest bandit. Always got one eye open for the stick-up kids posting. So much cream chumps they can't understand it. Ladies flock to your jock like it's golden. Curious to test the weight you be holding. But you ain't got no time to be chasing felines. If she's the chick that you pick, then she gets chosen. People treat you like your ghetto royalty, and all your staff shows you utmost loyalty.
Over the weekend, I started assembling this motor. That way we could get a head start and it's easier for us when we're filming. Got majority of it done. This is pretty much what I bought, right? Just the bottom part of the motor the other day, and then I got that vapor hone, so obviously now it looks really, really nice. 65mm bore in these OEM cylinders. Got stock reeds. I put all new reed valves, new boots. I had a head laying around the shop, so I laser engraved that with the little Mr. Softie logo. Got an OEM stator, Vito's crankshaft, new sprocket on here. I think this is a 13, but I'm probably gonna swap that out to a 14. All new seals, new clutch basket on this side. Just gotta clean up all this excess gasket maker that I put on top of the gaskets, because these things love to leak unless like everything is brand new. Came out really, really nice. I didn't even sandblast the top of this one. This motor was actually pretty clean for the most part. Only vapor hone. We're getting a new set of clutches, a new inner hub, and a new pressure plate, and the center rod for that as well. So all that will be brand new OEM. And I already did a leak down test on this. It's ready to rock. So we'll be able to kind of just piece this together very quickly after I set up these carburetors, and then we'll be able to throw it into the machine, which is a roller ready to go. That is that. Now, I'll set up these carburetors.
They ain't got nothing to prove, and you can ask anybody, cause they seem to do it. Barricades, I run right through them, I'm used to them. Throw all the dirt you want, no use. Still won't have a pen up in a fabulous room. Bone her back, picking out a basket of fruit.
Since this is like a New York staple, Banshee, right? The theme is the Mr. Softie truck. Everybody in New York, they want the airbox. They want the airbox, so I set up the carburetors for like a stock airbox setup. So 280 mains, 25 pilot jet. I haven't adjusted the air screw, but I'm gonna put it at 1.5 turns out. Start with that, and then once I start it for the first time, obviously adjust it to what the Banshee wants. But I'm gonna put an air box on this one. Been putting pods on most builds simply because it's easy, it's clean. And dealing with the air box when you're tuning the bike, sometimes you gotta take it off. It's just a nightmare. And you gotta clean the air box, which is always a fucking mess. But like I said, since it's like a staple thing, and I guarantee you a lot of New York riders will enter this giveaway, I'm putting the air box because that's what they want. I'm gonna give the people what they want. Right, Austin? Sure. 1.5 on the air screw, 25 pilot jet, 280 main. We got stock reeds, so should be good.
I hang them seeds with my noose. Watch me get loose, a nigga flipping more styles than Snapple got juice. Cause I'm too hot to handle, got more soul in my pinky than a nigga picking his apple when a leopard skin I see. The freshest, yes it's Toronto with the bottle. Kicking it with my homie like Lamont do with Rollo. Live at the Apollo, they still couldn't do it. Cause even in New York, them fools be buzzing off the fluid. So testing, testing, too much OE. I make it beat, as you can see I am the alcoholic tipsy off the whiskey. Get with the clippers, never nappy like Nipsey. I didn't grow dreads, cause dreads is for the rosters. The alcoholic click straight, knocking out imposters. Got to roll deep like ants at a picnic. Get with the crew that's flowing like liquid. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. We got them flowing like liquid. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Flowing like liquid.
Every night I pray to God, please, no more whack MCs. I catch a few Z's, wake up and bust these. I get over like a high jumper, freak me on my weenie. Cause they know I'm packing more shit than Bandini. The freshest on the map, serving raps with all the fixins. He Swift does the mixing, popping fat like Ricky Nixon.
Ain't no party like an alcoholic party.
So don't be a nitwit, get with the liquid.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, a little louder, little louder, little louder. 1, 2, 1, 2, yeah, just like that. Yo, yo.
Flowing like liquid. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Flowing like liquid.
Comes to lick, or should I say liquid? As I get funky on the track that my nigga E Swift is. Rolling with the alcoholic group, call me Trooper. Run of the mill skills, got your neck in the noose. But hey, I be the KINGT for short. Big ballin' nigga playing while I'm fucking
First star, baby. Ah! Carbs aren't even set up yet, but we got lights. Wow, that kind of looks sick. See that? It literally looks like he's on fire. That's fucking sick, dude. All right, that's the first start for the Mr. Softie Banshee. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take apart the plastics, take off the air box, sync the carburetors, because we kind of just put this thing together to put in front of the backdrop, to put in front of the logo over there, to do all the photo video stuff. But now is the time to dial everything, and we just put all the fluids. So we put the coolant, engine ice, a Yama lube, transmission oil. I think I'm running 3 ounces to the gallon. I got a 5-gallon jug over here, and I put 3 ounces per gallon of 927 inside of that. So I bought a brand new airbox lid. I didn't have any laying around the shop, and I drilled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 1-inch holes. Take the plastics off, take the airbox off, sync the carburetors, make sure everything's Gucci, tune it, and go ride it.
So won't you make it easy on me? And take this drink and hit this weed. 2-step with me, let's slip to the dance floor. On and on and on and on we go. I'll dip you if you want me to. You see, I really wanna get a little funk with you. Biggity bump with you. A nigga wanna hump you and then.
Like I say in every single video, every Banshee comes with at least one problem. This one we just started for the first time. After, you know, it was running for like 3 minutes straight, started noticing that there was coolant dripping from the bottom of the engine. Now it's leaking where the hose connects to like the clutch cover and the head. Thought it was the hose, but turns out it's not actually the hose. I switched the fucking clamp like 3 times, moved it back and forth. It's actually dripping from, I don't know what this piece is called, but where the case and that piece like sit together, like, you know, that little out. Either way, we're gonna change the fucking O-ring, and we're popping the clutch cover off, which fucking sucks. Just put coolant in it, just put oil in it. Now we're backtracking, but that's a part of building the Banshees, right? This is all the shit that I deal with that is most of the time never on camera. I'm gonna get this situated, put a new O-ring in. Hopefully that stops it from leaking. We have the carbs adjusted, they're synced, those are ready to go. After that, I'm gonna put the fucking airbox back on, put the plastics back on. We're gonna go ride it for the first
And
time.
then I'll pop the top and lay you on the cot and get you nice and hot. Yeah, yeah, it's all to the real. We can do it like God. Come on, girl, let's chill.
You know you want some more, girl. So come on. You know you want some more, girl. So come on. on. Let's get low.
Today we are going to be testing the Mr. Softie Banshee for the first time. As you can see, I took off the plastics and I put on just a beater seat that I put on every single bike when I ride it for the first time. That seat cover is $200, so the last thing I want to do is that up. Over the weekend, I kind of just tuned the bike, but this one spot that we normally ride, the police are pretty crazy, so we've been coming out to another spot that's a little bit more quiet, you know, with hopes not to be bothered. Now this has a Toomey setup in it, basic guideline, 280 mains, 25 pilots, so the stock pilot. It's 1.5 turns out on the air screw, and it's got an air box. I have 10 1-inch holes on the air box lid. No holes in the actual air box itself, which you can see through right here. It's crazy because this wants to fucking eat, and it's been a while since I used like a OEM airbox setup. I've been using the pause recently. Nobody outdoes Toomey when it comes to performance. This shit is different. You know, I've been using a lot of big on exhaust. Recently on the Halloween build, we used the DMC. I do like that exhaust, but when it comes to power, I don't think that beats the Toomey's. Toomey's got it, top of the line, for sure. The only downfall is the wait time. Otherwise, I'd use it pretty much on every single build. This thing is fucking sick. It sounds really good. It hits. Maybe give it a little bit more fuel on the lower end, possibly go up to a 27.5. Maybe just that little bit of extra fuel will give it just a little bit more brap. But for the most part, the baseline that I have it set at right now is pretty good. We have a 64.5 bore, a stock head. Everything else for the most part is stock, and this bike fucking rips. Brakes is good too. One thing I'm going to do when I take this back to the shop is change the exhaust packing. I never did that, but this is used set of T5s that I found that were in, you know, a decent condition, and obviously I polished them up, but I never changed the exhaust packing. I want to do that. I feel like we'll get a better performance out of this machine with obviously fresh exhaust packing. Overall though, I'm really hyped on this build, and I might have said this earlier in the video. Me personally, this is my favorite yet. This one's super cool. All the little details that went into this one, all the laser engraving on the billet covers, the head, making these graphics come to life. Now obviously we can't just steal a Mr. Softie logo. We turned that ice cream cone to a piston with flames, and then I got the eye covers made, and now when you turn on the bike at night, it almost looks like the logo is glowing, which is really, really cool. I'm going to change the exhaust packing, probably give it a little bit more fuel on the low end, just because I feel like it could have a better response on the low end, and then obviously, you know, put the plastics and the other seat back on. This was the most expensive giveaway that we've done yet, simply because all the little detail that went into this one. The brand new OEM seats that I put on, they cost about $230. Doing the custom seat cover is another fucking $200, so you're looking at $400 on just the seat. Then the headlight covers, then, you know, getting all these graphics made, it all adds up so quick. And there's a lot of people bitching and complaining on Instagram, and I try not to let any of that stuff get to me. Some people were saying, you know, the followers are growing, so the price is going up. No, that's not the case. When you're trying to do dope shit and you're trying to do custom builds and doing all these custom one-off pieces, it gets super expensive. Like right now, we're working on CNC parts. I'm getting them made here in America, and obviously I could easily go to China and get them made and do all the late but I'm supporting a local business, a friend of mine. That shit's expensive. The next couple of giveaways I'm going to be doing, we're going to be putting on rims that cost $2,200 alone with no tires. So shit adds up so quick with these machines. Just the fucking bottom of this motor cost me $1,000, and I put everything brand new after that. So you're looking at like $3 grand in just the motor. Then, you know, you got to take into consideration the cost of the bike, the laser engraving, the vapor honing, the sandblasting, the zinc coating, the powder coating, and all my labor and time that goes into it, plus all the parts obviously too. So when you want to build dope bikes that look like this, it costs money. So anybody out there that's counting pockets or trying to compare it to other machines or other people that are doing it, just stop. Just fucking stop. What you need to do is invest your money wisely. Spend $100 to win something like this. By the way, this giveaway is still open by the time that this video is published, and there's about 80 spots left. This is the most expensive giveaway, so it's taking a little bit longer. Hopefully it's sold out. If not, just go on our Instagram. If you see that the giveaway is still open, definitely get yourself an entry. But as always, if you got a Banshee laying around, whether it's a piece of shit or maybe a clean OEM machine, we want to buy it. And if you don't want to sell it, we want to restore it. So hit us up. Best way to get in contact with us is via Instagram, but make sure you're following across all social platforms. TikTok, we have a Facebook. The link is in the description, Instagram and YouTube. So that's pretty much it. Let us know what you want to see next. Leave a comment, whatever I think is the coolest I might run with and I might build. So that's it. The Mr. Softie Banshee, the ice cream Banshee. And we will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Ice cream. Clean on the outside, cream on the inside. Ice cream paint job. Got screens on the dash, what to say by the bill. Got a house by the bayside. Yeah, I'm living like that. And I'm riding like that. Boy, I'm riding like that. And the steering wheel wood like a baseball bat.